Hello and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you enjoy what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. Coming up in this episode, Anthony Seibold confirmed as the new Family Seagulls head coach. Rugby League World Cup figures from the BBC have been announced and everyone's happy. And Barrow flyer Ritson makes his Super League move. So we begin with the Rugby League World Cup, as there has been a massive positive for this year's tournament, as it is officially the most watched tournament in Rugby League history. Tournament officials have revealed encouraging viewing figures for the men's, women's and wheelchair competitions so far, with broadcasters' figures up to and including last Sunday's showing a cumulative total of more than 18.7 million viewers. That is headlined by England's victory over Papua New Guinea last Saturday, which hit a peak of 1.7 million viewers, just below the 1.8 peak that watched the win over Samoa on the opening weekend. But that is far from the only success story, with the women's and the wheelchair tournaments also showcasing impressive big numbers as well. Both teams who compete in those events, both England teams, i.e. the women's and the wheelchair team, have also attracted big audiences with an average of 500,000 viewers apiece. England's women's game against Canada last Saturday and England's wheelchair clash against Australia have been the most popular so far, with both reaching a peak of over 700,000. I have to say that all these are BBC's figures for the domestic viewing audience, and also online through their iPlayer facility. Whether or not that includes foreign watchers on the iPlayer, I don't know, but at this moment in time, 700,000 for the women's and the wheelchair game. That's fantastic news. The appetite needs to be jumped on. As the tournament builds towards the latter stages, we really see how momentum is building, with increasing audience reflecting in the latest updates on broadcasting figures. Rugby League World Cup 2021 Chief John Dutton said, "The coverage so far across the BBC and the wider broadcast partners has been fantastic, and I'm really pleased with how we've been able to showcase the sport to dedicated rugby league fans as well as new audiences around the globe. My hope is that it brings new fans to the sport of rugby league across all three formats, and a personal highlight for me has been the popularity of the wheelchair tournament. Those close to the sport already knew how gripping it can be, but having seen the reaction and the audience figures as the group games have progressed have been incredible, with yet more to come." The latest weekend's of action was far the biggest so far, with a domestic terrestrial audience for Saturday and Sunday's fixtures reaching 3.7 million people, with digital and online figures bringing that up to 4.3 million. I do see the range of rugby league that is being played, and I'm loving the wheelchair. I'm loving the success the men's England are having at the moment, and the women. There are so many great teams in that. New Zealand, Australia, England, Papua New Guinea. We'll have to see if that's the four for the semi-final in the women's draw, and that's what I think it will be. But there are still so many great games to play. Can't wait to see what game 45 onwards will bring to us. Almost at 62. So the saga has finally ended for St Helens and T. Ritson, as last season's championship top try scorer signed with the Saints on a season-long loan, with an option to sign him on a permanent deal down the line. The move will see Ritson make the step up from the championship to Super League for the first time in his career, and will follow in the footsteps of the likes of Alex Walmsley and Joe Batchelor as high-profile championship players that made the similar step up with Saints. Ritson started his career with Workington Town coming through their academy, and in 2016 he picked up 3 club awards including Players Player of the Year following a breakout season for the young winger, which also saw him receive an international call-up for Thailand during the season. After only spending the season with the Newcastle Thunder in 2018, he moved to Barrow for the 2019 season in the Championship, where he again impressed, bagging 12 tries in 23 appearances in a season where Barrow were unfortunately relegated to League One. With the curtailed of the season due to COVID for 2020, Ritson's next chance to show his skills would be in 2021, and he did, picking up 22 tries in just 15 appearances as Barrow regained a spot in the Championship for 2022. Already attracting interest, Ritson had his eye from the start of the season with eyes on him from the start of the season with eye-catching pace and try-scoring ability, let alone wearing this rugby league traditional look. His most high-profile game of his career to date was the Challenge Cup tie against Huddersfield Giants, in which the championship outfit put up an admirable fight, and Ritson, as he had been doing all year, picked up yet another eye-catching try. With the departure from Saints of Regan Grace to Racing in French Rugby Union, the number 5 shirt went to John Benison, but Ritson's loan capture will add much needed cover and competition for places on both wings. His and Saints' new head coach, Paul Wellens, said on Ritson, "He is a player we've been watching a lot this season, especially once we knew we'd been looking at the season with one less winger, and we needed more competition within the squad. His pace and athleticism are there for everyone to see, and he's had an impressive year as he was crowned the top try scorer in the Championship last season. He has a great work ethic and a fantastic attitude, which I'm sure will see him continue to develop with us at Saints over the coming season. We can't wait to welcome him into our system and get going." On signing for Saints, Ritson said, "This is an absolute dream come true for me. It's always been an ambition of mine to play in Super League, and now I have the opportunity to do so for the best team in the league. It's an incredible feeling, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm really excited to get started and to meet everyone at the club. There is a wealth of knowledge and experience in this team, and I'm looking forward to learning from some of the best players and coaches in the world. I will be giving it my all. The club has a rich history, and hopefully I can be a part of that. I'm looking forward to the challenge ahead, and hopefully I can make my family, friends and fans of the club proud." The man with 70 tries from 73 appearances for Barrow Raiders has the safety net that if it doesn't work out with Saints, he can go back to Barrow in the return clause. It's not a done deal that is permanently with Saints. But for now, he's going to be ambitious and try to take on Super League. And speed that the flying winger has seems to be enough to attract the champions to his signature. So it has been finally confirmed that Anthony Seibold is the new head coach at the Manly Sea Eagles, and he signs on for the next 3 years. Seibold will be supported by new assistant coaches in Shane Flanagan and Jim Dimmock, who have also agreed to join on 3-year deals. The appointment of Seibold sees him back at Brookvale after working as assistant coach at the Sea Eagles in 2016. After returning to the NRL after a short stint away, he is now the head coach after being previously the head coach at the Brisbane Broncos and South Sydney Rabbitohs. He was also named the Daily M Coach of the Year back in 2018. He also worked as assistant coach at Melbourne Storm and South Sydney, as well as Queensland State of Origin team. Seibold has also worked as assistant coach for England Rugby Union under Eddie Jones. Shane Flanagan begins his return to the coaching arena with Manly Sea Eagles after the 2011 Cronulla Sharks supplement ban, where two growth hormone releasing peptides, CJC1295 and GHRP-6, were involved with Sharks supplementing drugs. But now he is allowed to get back into rugby league and attain a head coaching job if he wanted to, as his ban from not having that sort of position ended in 2022. It was an on-off saga from 2011 up until 2022, but he still was a head coach of Sharks in 2016 when they won the NRL Grand Final, and coached for over 8 seasons at the Sharks, culminating in 185 games. He also worked at St George Illawarra as assistant coach in 2020. A former Premiership winning player, Jim Dimmock has worked as an assistant coach at the Sydney Roosters, Canterbury, Cronulla and Gold Coast Titans. So he brings that experience with him to the club as part of Seibold's staff. The Eagles head coach, CEO Tony Mestrov said the appointments have signalled a new beginning for the club. Mestrov said that Anthony has an incredible knowledge of the game and what is required at the highest level. We believe Anthony is that ideal person to lead this very talented and strong playing group to achieve success in the years ahead. We welcome Anthony, Shane and Jim to the Sea Eagles. There is a plenty of exciting times ahead at Manly. Seibold takes the reins after a short dispute with Manly Sea Eagles previous head coach Des Hasler with the club, due to the fact that there have been so many instances of disruptive behaviour from the players during the season, including while wearing the rainbow jersey or the position of the team at the end of the season, missing out of the playoffs, and even Hasler's preferred choice of a replacement when his time comes to an end at the club. This has all led to Manly looking a different way, and Seibold takes the reins as their new boss. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way in the future. Tell me what your thoughts are on today's episode in the comment section below. It's open for business and everyone, as long as you're respectful, can use it. I'm also on Mastodon now, so this is always fun when the new socials come out. I put myself on there, so follow me on there under that's JH1981 at mass.co. Anyway, I digress. Ritson to Saints, BBC figures fantastic, and also Hasler's replacement has been revealed as Anthony Seibold, confirmed. What do you think of all these stories? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide, and the episode as I always do by wishing you all the best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.